I'm Ian, and we have a special guest today, the Queen Bee herself, aka Pastora, aka Jessie from the Bronx, aka the love of my life, aka the most beautiful woman in the world, aka, no more AKAs. I present you my wife, Jess!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Now everybody's gonna really like the show because she's on it, and they're gonna take Ian off, put Jess on.
I don't think so, but okay.
Hey, introduce yourself. Come on.
So my name is Jessica, as Ian has said, but everybody who knows me calls me Jess, and I get the privilege to be able to be a wife to this crazy man that you guys are getting to know, and my 4 beautiful kids, Ava, Taylor, Maddie, and Caleb. And I get to be here with these 2 beautiful ladies today. So thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome. Welcome to the podcast as Ava yawns because it's nighttime. And we usually do this during the afternoon or maybe late morning. But today we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about, guys? What are we talking about?
I actually don't know what to talk about.
I told you,
we didn't even talk about it.
That's what's the funny thing. We just be winging it. We just be winging it up in here. We're talking about, it was a just suggestion actually of my wife's about moms and dads, the difference between growing up with your mom versus growing up with your dad, meaning like the 2 different versions of your parents while you're growing up with them, meaning like your dad is more like stern sometimes, your mom is more caring and nurturing, your dad is the protector, provider sometimes. So
why did you do that voice?
I don't know. Wow, you guys are being nice to me today. You guys would have roasted me by like the first minute of the show.
I think because I'm here.
You gotta roast your mom too. You gotta bully your mom.
She would probably cry.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Y'all being mean," and just start smacking you in the podcast.
You haven't said anything.
What?
Like that.
Okay, so nothing cringy yet, Taylor?
Just that voice.
Just
like,
what you just did.
You're in the vernacular.
All right, so I'm gonna let your mom go first
Why me?
because you're the moms, and we're talking about moms and dads, and maybe you could just give a little experience or like some I don't know, like
Why don't you tell your relationship with your mom and your dad?
When you were growing up, yeah.
And how that made you want to be different as a mother with us.
Yeah.
Watch her cry in the first minute.
Well, I guess for me, I definitely grew up different than you guys. I didn't grow up in, like with a mom and a dad. And it was very like, my dad was in my life for the first couple years of my life. And then after that, he was gone and he disappeared. So it was hard because I felt like I really wanted a dad figure. Like I really, really loved my dad. Because in my case, in my home, when I did have my dad, he was like the nurturing one, the very like affectionate one, the loving one, the one that would like hug me and have me like sit on his lap, and he would sing to me. And that really like meant a lot to me. So when he left, I was like really brokenhearted. And my mom was a really stern one. So she was not affectionate. She wasn't the one that said, "I love you," or, she was the one that like took care of business, did what she had to do to really help us survive. So it was really different for me on that spectrum of things. With you, I decided that I wanted to try to give you, even though I didn't grow up with that affection and that love and always saying "I love you," and like someone coming into my room and jumping on the bed or saying, "Hey, good morning." Like, although I didn't have that, I wanted to offer you guys that. So it was something really important to me that I was really like intentional of doing the things that I once wanted as a kid. So I'm probably too much sometimes. I'm probably the kind that you're like, "Get away from me. Why are you
That's
in my
Ava,
room?"
Wow.
But
She just threw you like, "That's Ava."
I didn't even say anything.
But I think that's one of the biggest things that I really said to myself. I really want to do this when and if I ever become a mom. Really tell my kids that I love them. Tell them that I'm proud of them. Give them hugs when I can. Say "I love you." Tell them I'm proud of you. Because it was something that I felt like I really missed out on when I was a kid.
Cool. For me, I only had really grown up was a mom. Like my dad basically just said, my mom can take them United States, and my dad didn't really care. My dad's like, yeah, you can have them. I'm not gonna fight for them. So from 6 on, I only had my mom, and my mom was such a great mom. Like she took care of my sister, my 2 brothers. We even adopted my nanny at the time. So we had an extra person in the family. So she was just always working. I remember her always being tired because she worked 2 jobs. I remember one time I felt so bad for her. She got into a car accident because she was so sleepy. She said, and she like bumped her nose. Her nose was all messed up. So just growing with my mom. My mom was very affectionate. That's why I'm always like saying I love you, holding you, giving you guys kisses. That's just what I know. My mom was very affectionate with me and loving with me. Don't cry. You about to
No,
cry?
I don't.
Oh, sorry. She's
Why
like,
is she gonna cry for your mom?
I don't know.
Boy.
Boy. But for me, like not knowing how a dad is really, like only from 0 to 6, I didn't really remember my dad. All I have is bad thoughts about my dad, like bad memories about my dad. My dad about like, very abusive. Being
Sorry,
abusive.
said dads.
Yes. I don't know why I said dads.
You also said wives earlier.
Did I say wives?
Really?
Oh man, why am I talking in plural? I think it's the coffee. But for me, my dad was really not there. It's so funny. Why you guys laughing? But my dad wasn't there, so like for me to be a dad, I had to kind of like wing it too, kind of like this podcast. I be winging stuff all the time. The only time I don't be winging it though is when I preach, but that's a whole nother story. I be studying for that, but not having a dad, I think, really impacts you as a young kid. You feel less. I think less. For me, I felt very like not confident. I felt like not encouraged by anybody. You have your brothers and you have your sister, but it's not the same when like having a dad. I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't. You guys would have to say that later on. How you feel between your mom and your dad, and like the 2 perspectives of having both. You guys are blessed to have both. Not a lot of people in this world have both your mom and dad. But for me, I really just cherish my mom. I love my mom so much, and for me, growing up with my mom, I wouldn't trade her for anybody else. Like she was the best mom to me. So let me ask you guys a question. Like, so growing up, let's start with your mom. Like, growing up, what do you guys remember? Early memories of your mom, like from I don't know when you guys can remember. So Taylor, let's go.
I'm scared.
You go first, Tay.
What
Speak
I
loud to the
remember,
mic.
what I remember, well, I think mom has always been there for me. She would do my hair for me, my clothes.
Please.
I remember she used to work a lot, but she still was always there for us, cooking, cleaning. And yeah, she's always been very affectionate, and me too. We're like twins. I always tell her that we're like twins. Like when I like look at her, I see myself in her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So yeah, that's what my perspective is mom.
Okay. Do you have any like specific memory of like your mom growing up, like when you were young,
Specific
like funny? Let's
Tell,
just do a funny one.
Tell a funny story
Yeah.
about mom.
Yeah.
Do I have a
Oh,
funny
yeah.
story of you?
You have 1,000. We always make fun of her all the time.
But like I can't even.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You know what she hid from us?
Oh my
Oh my gosh, that you gotta tell that story.
Okay, this wasn't funny because I cried, bro. So I was going to school, and then I remember that day I got off the bus, and she usually used to pick us up on the corner, and she didn't that day, and I was like, why didn't she? Because I think it was a Monday. You didn't go to work, and when you didn't go to work, you would pick us up from the bus stop, and I was like, why is she not here? So I was already mad at you. So then I get to the house, and then I'm like, Mom. I was like, why didn't you pick us up? And no one would respond. I'm like, Mom. And then I was like, what the? So then I called her. Wouldn't respond. I called her like 10 times. FaceTime.
And her car was in the driveway.
Yeah. I was like, where are you? And then I like checked, and then I was with my little brother too. And then I was like, where is she? Like, someone came into my house and kidnapped her. And so I knew that she was pranking me because she was doing these pranks, like for a week. And I was like, I know she's pranking me.
I was trying to be the prank war champion.
Yeah, she did it. So then I was like, Caleb, my little brother, I was like, help me try to find her because I don't know where she is. I looked in every spot of my house. except one spot. Wait, were you in the closet?
I was in the closet. In
Or
our
were
room.
you under the sheet?
No, I was in the closet, but I was behind like suitcases and sheets.
Except the closet. So then I'm looking.
No,
Whatever.
but you guys opened the door, and I was trying to hold in my laughing.
My laughing.
My life.
Mom.
Girls, when I was trying to hold in my laughing.
I laughed.
My life.
Anyways, I literally started crying, and Caleb was like, "Mommy," and I started crying.
But do you remember I came home and I got scared too because I know your mom was like playing a joke, but I couldn't find her.
Wait, you got home that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got home
From
and your
dad,
mom.
too. I was the prank war champion.
Yeah,
I
your
won.
mom.
Seriously, like she was missing for like 1
Not-
or 2 hours
yeah.
in my house. Like
I don't know how you stayed in the closet.
I was
How-
laughing so
like
bad.
how
At
did
least
she
have
not
your
poop
phone?
herself?
Did you have your phone?
No, I was just sitting there laughing in the dark.
How did she not poop
You're
herself?
such a weirdo.
Anyways, then my dad gets home. He's like, actually, I knew he started laughing. I was like, Mom, I can't find Mom. And he was like, what do you mean? He starts laughing, and I'm like, Dad, I'm serious. And then he's worried.
I started getting worried because when I couldn't find her, I was like, oh crap. What happened to my
Our
life?
house was so big too.
Yeah. So then finally, I don't
Didn't
remember.
they go in like the basement in the cracks to see if she was hiding there? Remember, like there was like a little crack in the
I
basement.
was always scared of that basement.
Yeah.
I think you did try to look for it. We did too. Even me and Kayla, and we were so scared. Like Momo was there.
Like, well, who would make a basement with like a little crevice?
Yeah, that was so weird.
I was like, you could kill somebody.
Okay, I don't even want to think about that right now. Anyways, that just makes me scared. Anyways,
Then you
Then
found her. And
it was like 2 hours later. Finally found her. Like my own mom missing in my own house, hiding in the closet, like trying to like hold it in her lap. So yeah, that was core
So
memory.
that's your greatest memory of me.
No, it's not the greatest, but it's the saddest.
But at least you have a mom that can joke around.
Okay, that's not funny though.
All right, Abe, you're up. What do you remember? Like the earliest memory of your mom,
Of Mom?
and what do you think of your mother?
I don't really remember a lot of my childhood, I don't think. But like of Mom, I would remember like her like doing my hair.
Oh my
so
gosh.
rough all the time. Doing me these ponytails.
Well, you wouldn't stay still.
And they would be so tight. I was like, Mom, oh my god. My hair
But you
stopped
look so
falling
cute.
off.
What? And when she would
And
braid,
then, we would do twisties, and I would hate doing twisties every single day. Twisties are like when
it's like this. Guys.
it's like when you like pull like your two front
Oh
pieces
yeah,
and
Abe
you-
always had the
It's
twisties.
like
You
And you
guys look
twist-
so cute.
and you
And she had her
twist them
glasses.
back.
She was so cute.
And then since we were little, like Mom couldn't do them both at the same time, and we had to hold it. And then she's like, "You made it loose! I can't do it now. We have to redo it."
That's a great memory.
Girls always yelling at me about my hair. Then doing my braids, I would cry so bad because she was so rough.
But you look so cute. Both of you look so cute.
I remember her always picking out my outfits, stuff like that. And then when I got older, what I remember is like she used to be at the church a lot, and she would like get home late. And that's what I really remember.
All right, a funny story for your mother.
I don't know. I can't think of one right now. That was mine that I lent to you.
What about when you saw the rubber band? Wasn't Mom the one getting it
Oh,
out of
no.
your throat?
No,
Yeah.
she swallowed bubbles.
Bubbles, and we had to
No,
call.
Ava,
Not
there was
911.
no-
We had to
When
call
I
like poison
swallowed,
control.
I also swallowed a rubber band.
You,
Like,
what the
bro,
heck?
But
What
I
are
feel
you
like we
doing?
have such funny stories. But I can't think of one.
Do you
right now.
remember
We
when
can
I
come
fell
back to
off
it.
the big stool?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
Trying to
I was cutting hair.
Okay,
Wasn't
yeah.
Jeff-
I'll tell that one.
Somebody was.
I'll tell that one.
Oh yeah, tell it.
Okay, so it's Christmas time, and my mom loves to make little homemade baskets. So we had a dining table that was so tall. I think it's like bigger than her actually right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It was like bigger than her, and she how tall are you? You're like
5
5
feet.
foot. 5 foot. Okay. It was like bigger than her basically. So she has the basket on the table, and she's standing on the chair because she's so little, and she's trying to make this basket. So she's trying to put the wrap around it, and I don't know how, but she falls back on the chair.
And I'm cutting hair now.
And like literally, like she's standing up, and the whole chair and her together, all on the floor, and all you hear is and
imagining
boom,
it.
and all you hear is boom, like it's like the biggest like crash ever. And my dad's downstairs cutting someone's hair, and he's like, "Babe, what happened to you?" And my mom's just on She didn't cry.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything. She was just like dead on the
So
floor.
shocked at what happened.
And I was just like standing right next to her, and I didn't even know what to do because she was just like dead on the floor.
And I
And I
got
was
up,
like-
and I think it was Jeff, and me and Jeff went upstairs like, what happened, babe? I just saw you like.
And she's just like laying
laid
on
out,
the
like-
floor. She didn't even try and
She's
She's
get
like,
up.
bad.
babe, I fell.
I had the worst bruises ever.
Yeah,
It was really
I thought
bad.
she like broke her back or something, but she's fine.
So now we know that your mom's funny, has a sense of humor, and also clumsy.
She's very clumsy.
Very great. So let's start with Tay again. What do you remember with your dad?
My daddy.
Daddy.
Oh.
Oh, my daddy.
So what do
I
you-
used to. You always sat me on your lap, like carried me. I don't think you'd ever do my hair. I don't remember you.
I never did hair. I didn't even do a ponytail.
Would you dress me?
Yeah, I would
Like,
dress you, but I would be
I-
like, put on like some funky clothes. I don't know.
I saw this reel where it was like this mom and her husband was like, let me dress the girl, and it was like of this like monkey that was like really dressed really bad because the dad dressed her really
Yeah,
bad.
I did not know how to dress girls, so I would just put like purple with like blue, and your mom like, why did you dress the girls looking like they're crazy? And your mom would always get
Yeah,
mad
I'd
at me.
be looking at
But
the
when
old
Kate-
pictures sometimes. I'm like,
That was probably me who dressed you. If you
who
look back,
dressed me?
your mom always dressed you great, and I always dressed you guys bad. But when Caleb came along, I always dressed Caleb good too.
Oh, that's not fair. I
Well,
think you
because
had.
you-
I didn't know how to dress girls. I wasn't a girl, so I didn't know. I didn't know how to do like
You have
twisties.
3 daughters though. How
I
did you
know.
not
I don't know. Because I worked a lot, so your mom was the one usually home.
Okay, that's nice.
So
Anyways, I would remember you would hold me up. And I have a lot of memories with you in the car. Like, I feel like when we're in the car together, like, we just be vibing, listening to music.
even when you were younger,
Yeah,
as a kid.
yeah, even in Manorville. Well, in Corinth, not so much, but in Manorville. And here, still, we still do.
Funny story about me then.
Oh, I have a lot, but, like, I can't even. Do you know one?
Well,
I
Like,
already
one
know the
that
one
she
that I
had
wanted
All
to
his
say.
pooping stories.
oh my god.
No,
You're gonna
But
put me in
that's
blast.
not with me, though. Like, like a funny memory I have with you. Funny story. I have.
What you remember of me?
No, I don't.
No?
I know I have, but I can't.
All right, you come back. You start thinking while Eva has her memories of her daddy.
My memories of my daddy. I remember Dad very. I think I'm a daddy's girl, so I think I remember you very like caring, like very sweet, very
Don't make me
like
cry.
very gentle. You used to work a lot, but I feel like when you got back, you were always like on the couch in your like hoodie watching TV. You're like, come Eva, sit, Eva, watch the Knicks with me.
What was my favorite hoodie? Like the red hoodie
Yeah,
with my
like
gray
that-
sweatpants.
and the
H&M.
gray and that gray redeemed beanie that you always used to
Oh
wear
yeah,
too.
because it was so cold.
And you had your favorite spot on the couch, and you made me sit next to you. That's what I remember. You're very like sweet. I don't really remember you.
Oh, you be nice, girl.
Okay. Well,
You
Well-
were more strict than mom. Like when you were younger, I feel like you were more strict.
I was
You
more
were-
strict.
Like
were-
no, don't touch that. No.
yeah,
Like
More than your mom
yeah.
you were a little bit like when you got mad.
I think it's-
you were
I-
meaner.
when I was mad.
Yeah.
And also
your mom
more
never really got mad.
overprotective.
Huh?
Yeah, you were.
I was already
Overprotective.
overprotective.
Yeah, you were like.
No,
you would-
more
You used to
like,
drop like a
over-
glass, and you're like, "Don't step there. Don't go away. Go away."
I didn't
Don't
want
do
to
that. Everybody
so-
put on your shoes.
Yeah, put on your slippers. No, remember I would get so mad if you guys didn't wear your
literally
slippers.
scream at us because we didn't have slippers on.
Like you're gonna get
At
pneumonia.
any time of the year, like summer, winter.
Like this is why you're getting sick. I told Dad my
It's
head
like-
hurts.
It's
Why?
100.
This is why. I told you to put your slippers on. Like this is why you have a fever.
It's 110 degrees.
And then mom over
110
here, mom
degrees
over
outside.
here. Go take a hot shower. Like, this is, like wow.
Oh my god, that's the best.
Them
When-
two are
no,
so
let me
funny.
tell you guys. Let me tell my funny stories. So the kids would sometimes be like, "I feel hot." I'm like, "Come here, baby." So I'd be like, "I'd be so tired." I'm like, "Go take a hot shower and come back."
That's what he used to say. And I'm
He
like,
still does that.
I go like this. "Oh yeah, you are hot. Go take a hot shower. You'll be fine."
That's what he used to say to us. And when he used to say that to us, I knew he didn't care, so I just went back to sleep. I would
But
wake
your
up.
mom would be like, too, I threw up. Go take a shower. Mommy, I threw up.
Mom, like,
Go
Mom, my
take a-
stomach hurts. Put your stomach to the hot water. Like, wow, thanks.
It helps. It really...
Yeah, thanks for the help, Mom.
I always took care of you guys. What are you talking
Nah,
about?
your mom was really, really
Mom's
good.
our home doctor.
Your mom thought she was like Dr. Who Done It. She'd be like, I know what to get. She's
Girl,
like,
Doc McStuffins.
she's like, I have antibiotics from 2018. She's like, it's like 2020. She's like, I have these from 2018. Take this, Ava.
This
You'll
will
feel
help
better.
you.
This will help you.
They're still alive, ain't they?
She's like, oh, you have something for your stomach? Oh, I have that. I got. Last time your dad had a stomach ache, let me give this to you.
We used to never go to the doctor. We used to just use old medications.
Bro, I think one time I got a fever and she gave me this pill, like, that helps you throw up. I was throwing up water, I think.
What?
Yes, it was in this house.
Girl said
She
what?
gave me a pill, like, where you can, like, it helps you throw up when you can't. When I had a fever. Mom, I remember that. And
Mom, I remember
I was
that.
in the bathroom, like, why am I not throwing up? I hadn't ate
Oh my
anything.
god.
And she gave me that pill.
That is
Like,
crazy.
you crazy.
Girl be inventing things. And the vapor rub. Oh.
The Vicks. Vicks is golden.
Oh
Vicks
my
Vapor
gosh.
Rub, Viva Peru. It's golden. On your
She
feet,
used
on
to
your
put that
nostrils,
all over our body.
Oh,
on her neck, on her face.
on your back, on your feet.
No.
She would put it in her hair.
No, the best is when a kid would throw up, your mom would be like, I can't, babe, I'm going to throw up. So one time, I put, like, lotion in my nose, wrapped a t-shirt on my
No, you
face,
also put frosting.
and
You
then
put chocolate
and
frosting
I
up
put
in your nose.
I did the cupcake frosting,
Yeah.
put it in my nose, because I wouldn't throw up. And I was cleaning, I think it was Maddie's
And he
throw
was
up.
going like this.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, so funny. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's I mean, you guys wouldn't know, but like, how important do you think it is to have a mom and a dad because of the two different types of parents that you get? Because me and your mom are very different.
Yeah. I think it's important because really, I think if we didn't have the both of you, I think we would be a mess. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Because mom is like very sweet, and she's very like relaxed about a lot of things, and she's very like she sees like the better and like the light and things sometimes.
Oh, you saying Dad does it?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying mom tends to do it a little bit more sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, but sometimes girl be very negative.
Oh, dang!
Shots fired.
And dad is more like I don't know how to say consejo.
Advice.
Dad gives a lot of advice, and he's a little bit more like, be careful.
Kind of like more.
Yeah, he's a little bit more like protective, and mom's gonna just like do whatever you want.
Do what you want, baby.
If your dad says it's okay, it's okay.
Whatever your dad says.
Yeah, whatever your dad says. If dad says it's okay. So I think that like even when you guys like leave on like vacations or something, like when you went to the United States, we were like sad here in the house, and we were like, where's daddy? And we were sad, and we had no one to drive us around and give us money. And when mom left, we were sad too. Dad was making chicken every day.
I was making chicken every
Oh my
day.
Dad
gosh.
was making weird chicken every single day.
Oh my gosh, I remember he's like, oh wait, Taylor tries. I'm like, no thanks. That smelled like fishy. I don't know what that was.
Dad was making like weird chicken every single day, and we were like, "Where's mom?"
We need her back.
We need her like pernil
So
and her like rice and beans.
I think it's important to have like both perspectives and both like it's like two different places to run to in different situations.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like in my point of view, I feel like with mom, I'm like more sensitive and like calm, and then with dad, it's like silly, like laughing all the time. Like I also laugh with you, but it's not like the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
So,
different. Your mom has
yeah.
different, I think, sense of humor. Like she has a
Yeah,
different sense
also.
of. She has no. Your mom's funny, but she has a different sense of humor than me.
Listen, she's son.
I didn't say that.
She's saying
I
it's
didn't
not
say
funny.
that. I said your mom has a different sense of humor.
Don't
She
do
is
that.
funny.
He's like
Don't-
different with the eyes, different sense of humor.
No, your mom's funny. She makes me laugh too sometimes.
Anyways, yeah, I feel like
Especially when
both-
she has to go to the bathroom. Sorry.
you're exposing her. Anyways, I feel like both of them have. They're still laughing. Get it
Sorry.
out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Both of them have different things to give, which all parents probably have. So I feel like it's really important because if you don't have both of them, because like if you don't have both of them, I feel like you're not complete. You know what I mean? Because each part of having a dad, part of having a mom, it kind of like, how do I say it? Like,
Completes you.
yeah, it completes you. So yeah, for me, it's really important.
I think also that has to do with the way that God made and wanted a family, right? He knew that that's what would be important
Dicho
to
pastora.
have the dynamic of a mom and a dad. In my case, or like in your case, it wasn't that way, you know. So us being on the other side of things and like realizing what it is that we created a family with, that family dynamic of mom and dad and stuff like that. We can recognize how important it is as well because we didn't have that dynamic. So, you know, I wish, and I'm sure, babe, you feel the same way. Like, you wish you had a dad that could be like, that you could feel protected and that you could run to and that you could really feel, you know, safe and wanted. And there's something really special, I think, especially when you have daughters, that you run more to your dad. Like Ava said, a daddy's girl. You know, I think a lot of the times girls feel that, you know, mom is like the one who like teaches you things and girly things and you get your nails done together and your hair and stuff. But dad is more of like that protector, the one that makes you feel safe, you know, the one that like drives in these crazy hills and does all these crazy things, you know, and you still feel like, well, dad has me, you know, and you feel like I'm going to be good because my dad is there, you know. So I feel like that's something that I didn't get to grow up with, but I'm really, really happy and feel blessed that you guys got to grow up with that and have that, you know. And I think that's one of the biggest blessings that me as a mom, that I really get to love and see when I get to see you guys with your dad.
That's so sweet.
Are you tearing up?
No.
That always made me tear up. For me, like not having a dad, I always wanted to be a good dad. I wanted to have be a present dad. And I think for the first couple of years, or maybe even like 10 years, 10, 15 years, I was present, but sometimes I wasn't present because I was either stressed at work or stressed with life, stressed with things, stressed with money, stressed with a lot of things. And like I try to be there as much and like joke around and love you guys, but sometimes I just be like, man, I don't want to deal with my kids right now. You know, I just want to like watch the Knicks. I just want to like watch
I didn't know
Netflix.
that.
No, because like right now I feel like I'm so present in your guys' lives, like every day, every minute. Like we hear since we've been in Colombia, I feel like after we kind of settled in, I've been really present. Like I've been intentionally present. And from what I remember as a dad, I'm just gonna kind of backtrack real quick. Is I remember your mom telling me, especially with Maddie and Ava, not really too much with Taylor because I kind of learned after that. She was like, "Babe, you can't wrestle with them. Like you can't be body slamming them." Like I would
You
be
were like flinging them across the room.
yeah, I mean, like, but like in a
What are you
playful way.
doing?
Like I'd be
Yeah.
like suplex, Maddie, body slam.
You would put them on top of the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
Oh
spider
yes,
pig.
I love
Every time you
Spider
put them on
Pig.
Spider pig.
I love
I
Spider Pig.
forgot about
You can't do
Maddie
that
loves Spider
anymore.
Pig.
He would flip us upside down and put us on the ceiling.
And do Spider
It would
Pig.
go
And
like
then we
that.
would-
Spider, and I'll be like Spider Pig.
No, he wouldn't
Spider
even.
Pig.
No, he wouldn't even do that because then we would get the ceiling dirty.
But like for me, that's what I remember. Is I remember I want to be a great dad because I never had one. You know, like I want to be even just a dad. Period, because I never had one. Like even if I'm the worst dad or I'm a dad that has a lot of mistakes, at least I was there. You know, like they can never say, "Oh, dad wasn't there," even though I may have sucked or I may have been bad at times. Maybe I didn't listen at times. Maybe I didn't give you the right advice. But at least I was there. You know, at least can't say that for my dad. You know, he was never there. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm proud of. That I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I may have made a lot of mistakes, but I was there. But yeah, that's what I remember of being a dad. Is just when you guys were all born and like kind of just making mistakes and kind of growing and learning. We still kind of do that now. We're still not finished. We still kind of learn how to navigate. We're going to go into our next topic in a minute, but for me, I think that we're still kind of navigating a lot of things. We still have to navigate, like, when you guys have kids one day and becoming grandparents. Not just being parents, but grandparents. We have to navigate that one day. We have to navigate from you guys going from elementary school to middle school to high school. Then Maddie going to college, and then now you're about to go to college, which is a great segue for me. I'm going to go first, and then I'll let you go and finish off the segment. So your kids grow up fast. People, your kids grow up fast. I remember just my little girls, Maddie, Ava, Taylor, and then Caleb came along, so small. And I remember just their little squeaky voices, changing Pampers, putting the car seat, a van. We had like the little minivan that your mom hated. She's like, I hate this minivan, but it was the most functional thing. And she got her bougie little Toyota. But back to my point, like, kids grow up fast, and now Ava's 17. She's gonna go to college. We've been talking about that in a couple episodes prior. So for me, like, to have another kid, not only Maddie, not be with us, kind of earning their wings a little bit and flying away from the coop. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be weird not being in Colombia. Being in Colombia, not being with Ava when we come back. We're leaving. We're taping this on a Saturday. Saturday. We leave Tuesday. And we'll be back 10 days after. So for me, like, to see Ava grow, and Ava kind of like, man, she finished number one, 11th and 12th grade in like a year. Super smarty over here. It's, as a dad, you're proud of them, but at the same time, you're like, man, it really does go fast. It's like time is flying. When Maddie left, that was quick, and now Ava's leaving. Now we have two. We're just gonna have two at home. It's crazy, right? I feel like it's so crazy. So for me, it's definitely gonna be sad not having Ava around.
Your eyes are like wet.
Your eyes are wet. So I'm gonna let you, basically just your thoughts about, like, being a mom and seeing them grow, and then kind of like now having Ava leave the coop. So you can start.
All right.
I feel you, baby.
I guess nothing ever prepares you, to become a mom or a dad. You can read books, and I just remember, like, just reading, a book that my mom gave me about, like, pregnancy, and then it's like about motherhood, and you could read all these books, and you could read articles, and you could do all those things, but nothing will ever prepare you to be a mom and to, like, watch them. I feel like there's a lot of, like, self-help books and parenting books, but the reality is it doesn't matter what you've read or what you've studied. It might teach you some skills, but it never really prepares you for when you guys are born and you, like, are in, you come out of my body, and then I'm, like, holding you, and I can't even believe it that you're, like, in my arms. And then to watch from that transition to watch you guys, like, I remember going to preschool, and, like, I cry for everything. You guys know that, right? So I remember just, like, wow, they're so big, and it was just preschool. And then it's like, wow, they're so big, they're going to elementary school. And then it's like, oh my gosh, they're so big, they're going to middle school. And then now, like, you both are in high school, and now, Ava, you're going to college. Like, for me, it's been, like, the most awesome thing, like Dad said, to be present always and watch you guys grow. But it's also been the most challenging because I feel like I'm not ready to let any of you go. Like, I wasn't ready to let Maddie go. I'm not ready. I'm definitely not ready to let you go, Ava. It's like such bittersweet because you're watching, like, these humans become, like, these beautiful people, and, like, to watch you guys, you both are so different. And yet you have, like, a little bit of me and Dad. Like, I see you guys, and I see so much of, like, things in you and things in you that are like me. And then there's things about you both that are like Dad. And, like, to watch you, like, become these amazing human beings that, like, love other people, serve the community. which I never imagined. Like, I didn't picture I was going to have kids and this is how they were going to be. You just don't know how they're going to be and how they're going to turn out. So I'm so grateful that I've gotten to be a part of like your guys' journey and to watch you grow, to watch you make mistakes, to watch you be better. It's hard the times where you guys struggle because I hurt for you. So it's a painful thing when you're a parent to see you guys sad or to see you guys hurting, to want to be able to like fix things. Like when you guys were little and it was like, oh, my boo-boo hurts, I would sing you guys a song or dad would sing his version of the song. And he would just make words up, and put a Band-Aid and like, rub your head and you were fine. Like 5 minutes later, Taylor was like jumping off a bed or something, And now, as you get older, problems become bigger and I can't like make the boo-boos go away. You guys have to like, I could be there just like dad and walk you through that journey, but I can't solve your problems. Like you guys are going to have to figure that out step by step. So now that Maddie left, it was so hard and I cried like a baby, as you guys know. You guys watched me go through that because I wasn't ready for that. And now as I'm going through this journey with Ava, like counting down days and dropping her off, I'm super excited, Ava, for you. Like I'm like, I wish I could like throw this big party and like fireworks and all this stuff for you. And say, man, because I'm so proud of all that you've become. Like these 17 years of your life, for us, as challenging sometimes as you've been when you went through your highs and your lows and all those kind of things, it's been so cool to watch you grow up. And I'm not ready to be like, okay, here world, here's my girl. Like that's what I feel like I'm about to do. Like, okay, I did the best that I could, which I know that I did. I tried everything that I could, but I know that the world is a hard place and you're going to face challenges, just like I did, just like your dad did. So those are the things that scare me. Like I want to be there close and like fix your boo-boos and say, I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I don't want anybody to hurt you. I don't want, I just want to be close to you. But I know that that's not the reality. I have to be able to learn to let you go. So for me, it's super bittersweet to watch you and like, it's like those moms, like when they have all their babies in their nest and then slowly the mom is like, okay, come on now, go fly now. And that's what I feel like I'm doing, like saying, okay, it's your turn to leave your mark and your legacy in this world. So I'm super excited for that, but I'm dreading the goodbye. I'm dreading having to get on a plane without you. I'm dreading coming back home to this place on these couches next to Taylor without you. Because it's just like Maddie's seat is there empty. Now your seat is going to be empty too. So it's going to take a lot of adjustment on all of our parts. What it's going to be like, the dynamic changes. How's it going to be like you're the other mom, decorator, baker, painter, like all of those things. Like, Taylor, you're going to have to learn those things.
Dang, Mom.
Taylor's not going to be up at 1 a.m. doing tables.
Please.
Taylor is good at so many other things, but you're not a baker.
All right.
When you make brownies, nobody eats them. So.
I was going to say about the boo-boo part, you're just going to give her antibiotics from 2023. You'd be like, hey, but take these with you to college.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Take these.
So, yeah, so that's kind of like, I guess, where I'm at. Just, it's been really cool to watch you both. And I know that just the same way that Ava and Maddie have head out, I know soon in a couple of years that's going to be you too. And that's going to be a whole nother. And then we'll just have Caleb.
And there was one.
And then it's just me and your dad. So
oh, gosh.
I don't know what I'm going to do after all these years.
I always have these scary thoughts that your mom's just going to leave me after all the kids. Like, I can't stand you.
You're so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Well,
you poop too much. You fart too much.
Well, he is annoying, and you're annoying, but
and
I still love you.
too much, and I fart too much.
Yeah, I still love you though.
Well, thank you so much for loving me. Thank you so much for loving me.
I guess I'm stuck at this point. I'm too invested. Too many years.
Thank you so much for that insight. We needed that. It's been us three. It's good to have a mommy on the show with her mom perspective, and it's good to hear the girls talk about their mommy, because usually talking about me all the time, making fun of me and talking about what I'm doing. You guys didn't roast her. You didn't really roast her that much. So.
You roasted her saying
That's
she's
because I'm
unfunny.
nice to them.
I didn't say she was not funny. I said she has a different sense of humor.
Yeah, with the funny face. So.
Different.
Any last thoughts, comments, or
What advice do you guys have for parents that are dropping off their kids to college?
well, my first advice would be number one, like I said, enjoy your kids young. I remember I can't wait till they get out of diapers. I can't wait till they can actually walk. I can't wait till they actually can dress themselves. I can't believe when that we could just leave them at home. And now it's like we're at that stage of like, man, I really should have just enjoyed the time from when at that time and really enjoy every little minute and not say let's rush it. That's my number one advice. But as for kids who are going to school, and if you guys are watching this, if you're dropping off your kid in school or they're leaving for the army or something, or any type of kid leaving, it's just support them, love on them as much as you can before they leave, and spend time with them, talk to them, give them advice, really just love on them for the last couple of days. That's what I'm trying to do with Ava, and I hope Ava appreciated it. But that's my advice. How about you, babe? What's your advice?
I think for me, besides those which were really good, enjoying the kids to the fullest, and spending every moment that you can. I think it's accepting the reality, and not looking at it. It's our perspective that's gonna affect how we respond to things. So I think I can sit here and cry all day and focus on she's leaving, and I think you're always the one that kind of brings me back and reminds me like, yes, she is leaving, but this is really good for her. So I think one is allowing yourself to grieve because you're not losing you as a kid, not losing you as my daughter, not losing you as part of our family, just losing your presence. So I think it's okay to go through those moments of sadness. I think it's okay to grieve through that process, because it's change, and change is hard sometimes. But at the same time, like you always remind me, like find joy. And when we change our perspective and shift it, I can focus on the excitement that I'm going to have for you instead of the sadness. So I know I'm going to cry. I know I'm going to be a hot mess. And I know probably all you moms and dads out there probably feel the same exact way when you go drop off your kid. We watched a movie on a family dropping off their kids to college, and it was like a cartoon, and I cried like a baby. So I think anything at this point is going to make me cry, but I know that I have to make the choice to change my perspective and say, okay, I can grieve, and I'm going to let this, I'm going to feel what I feel at the moment, but I'm also going to be more happy than sad. So we get to choose that part. We can't change the circumstances. I don't want to change the fact that you're going to college. Like, I'm so excited for you to make new friends, to experience life on your own, to see all the great things that are going to come out of you leaving. So I'm super excited to get a phone call and say, Mom, I did this, and I got to experience that. So I'm going to choose to focus on that. I'm going to grieve, and I'm going to cry, and I'm going to be a hot mess, and your dad's going to have to pick me off the floor, and Taylor's going to probably be right alongside me sitting there. We're both going to be like, ooh, and your dad's going to cry, even though he's the tough one. I know he's going to cry. He's going to be a hot mess too. But I would say those two things on my end: grieve, and that's okay. Be sad if you have to be sad. Work through those feelings. I think those are all normal feelings, and then just really choose what your perspective is going to look like in the situation. So focus on the positive. So focus on the happy things, and like Babe said, just really enjoy every moment that you have. And I'm so grateful that I get to live through this process, that you guys are alive and healthy and well, and you get to make this choice to be able to move on and start your new life.
Amen. So. Good stuff. Taylor, any last questions, comments? No? You guys good?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all good?
I'm tired.
Well, let's give it up. Let's have a round of applause for the Queen Bee herself, Jessie from the Bronx, the love of my life, the one I always talk about.
La que manda en la casa.
La patrona.
Mi jefe.
Jefa.
Eja. I need to work on my Spanish.
Oh my god.
My boss lady, the boss. Man, it's been really, really good. This talk about moms and dads and your kid leaving. So thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing. I'm getting this down pat. Let's go. You guys have any comments? If you guys want to put any topics on the comments of what you guys want us to talk about, feel free to do so. Other than that, we love you guys. What do we say? Bye? Thank you
Bye,
guys.
guys.